What happens when a beloved country star walks into what should be a routine morning show appearance, only to find himself caught in a brewing controversy? Blake Shelton thought he was just stopping by the Today Show studio for another friendly chat with Jenna Bush Hager. Instead, what unfolded left the studio speechless and viewers glued to their screens. The morning began like any other in New York. Blake arrived around 7:30, coffee in hand, flashing his easygoing grin as he greeted the crew. He was booked for a standard promotional segment about his new album and tour, nothing out of the ordinary. Jenna was already reviewing her notes with producers when Blake walked in. They'd interviewed many times before, and their chemistry was always fun, light, and effortless. Today's chat was supposed to be the same, a little talk about music, The Voice, and some funny stories. But Blake noticed something was off. Jenna's smile didn't quite reach her eyes, and the producers whispered in the corner, glancing at their phones. The usual pre-show banter felt forced. "Everything all right, Jenna?" he asked, trying to lighten the mood. She forced a laugh and said they just had a lot to cover. Her tone made Blake suspicious. The cameras rolled. Jenna greeted him with her usual warmth, and the first few minutes went smoothly. Talk of music, jokes about The Voice, and a story from Oklahoma. But then Jenna's tone shifted. "Blake, I want to talk about something a little more serious." He nodded cautiously. She continued, "In a recent radio interview, you said some newer artists are losing touch with what country really means. Can you explain that?" Blake froze for a moment. He remembered giving opinions about the industry, but he hadn't expected this. "I think there's some context missing," he said carefully. "I love seeing new artists bring their style. That keeps country alive." But Jenna pressed harder. "You said some artists are more focused on social media than songwriting. You even said some wouldn't know real country if it bit them. That's pretty strong, Blake." Blake's jaw tightened. He remembered the interview now, but it hadn't been personal. "Hold on. You're making my comments sound more inflammatory than they were. I wasn't targeting anyone." Jenna shot back. "Several artists responded online, saying they felt you were calling them out. How do you respond?" Blake's temper flared. "I've supported young artists my whole career. If someone chooses to take general comments personally, that's on them, not me." The tension thickened. Jenna leaned in. "With the platform you have, don't you think you should be more careful about how your words are interpreted? You're Blake Shelton, your words carry weight." Blake's voice sharpened. "So now you're telling me how to use my platform? I've helped launch careers since before some of these people even picked up a guitar." Unfazed, Jenna pressed again. "Don't you think it's fair that younger artists now feel they have to defend themselves because of your comments?" Blake laughed, but it was humorless. "You know what's not fair? Twisting my words for drama. I was talking about trends in the industry, not attacking individuals." Then Jenna dropped specific names: Morgan Wade, Parker McCollum. The room shifted. Blake's expression darkened. "Now wait. I never mentioned them. I respect both of those artists. They're as authentic as anyone. The fact you're trying to pit me against them is exactly what's wrong with media today." Jenna held her ground. "I'm just trying to understand. When you say artists wouldn't know real country, how else can people interpret it?" Blake's patience snapped. "They're supposed to use common sense." "I was criticizing formulaic manufactured music, stuff with no heart or soul. But I guess that's too nuanced for clickbait culture." The studio went silent. Even the crew watched in disbelief. Blake leaned forward. "You want to talk responsibility? How about owning the fact that you're twisting quotes to create controversy?" "Blake, I'm just doing my job, asking tough questions." "Your job?" Blake scoffed. "Your job used to be about honest conversation. Now it's about viral moments and ratings. Well, congratulations. You got your viral moment." He stood, ripped off his microphone, and started to leave. Jenna called after him. "So you're just going to walk away instead of having an adult conversation?" Blake stopped, turned slowly, and his voice dropped. "An adult conversation would have meant calling me ahead of time, not ambushing me live. That's not journalism. That's tabloid trash." The words hit like an explosion. The crew froze. Jenna's composure cracked. "Tabloid trash? I've covered wars, disasters, elections. Don't lecture me about journalism." "Then act like one," Blake shot back. "A real journalist gives context. You cherry-picked my words to crucify me on air." The exchange no longer resembled an interview. It was an all-out confrontation. Jenna countered, maybe the problem isn't me. Maybe it's your words. Maybe you need to own that they were divisive. Blake stared at her. Then his expression softened with disappointment. Jenna, I've always respected you. But right now, you're not the person I used to know. This isn't you. For a flicker, Jenna faltered. But Blake held up his hand. I don't know if this is your choice, your producers, or corporate. But this isn't journalism, it's character assassination. I won't be part of it. This time he calmly unclipped his mic and set it on the table. I came here to talk about music, about amazing young artists, about a charity project. Instead, I got ambushed. That's on me for trusting you. But I won't stay here and play along. As he turned to leave, Jenna called out, Blake, please. Can we reset and start over? He paused, his back still to her. Some things you can't reset, Jenna. Some things change everything. This is one of them. With that, Blake Shelton walked off the Today Show set. The cameras captured Jenna's stunned face as the crew rushed in. The segment cut abruptly to commercial. But within minutes, clips were everywhere online. Outside, as Blake left the building, a young production assistant nervously approached. Mr. Shelton, I heard that radio interview. You didn't say anything wrong. I think what happened was unfair. Blake's expression softened. Thank you, sweetheart. That means a lot. Just remember, in this business, context is everything. Don't let anyone twist your words. And with that, he walked out into the New York morning, leaving behind one of the most unforgettable moments in morning TV history.